Hi. Now we will start from the conception of the emptiness. The emptiness, as we see, is time place, time multiplied by place. That's mean C curved C. Not tangent, not centripetal, it's both. Tangent multiplied by centripetal. That is. So we analyze it from the center of time, the stability point, which V equals 0 on x, y, z. So we find time as angular speed w and find the place as r as radius and the circumference movement tb c as a c magnitude tangent speed. So the emptiness composed from these planes in 3 dimensions. That's mean on xy plane and xz plane and zy plane as it explained in the figure. Whom connect the existence is not the stable place with its 3 dimensions, but the time synchronization. The simultaneity of existence is the same time and the movement by it. The time place equal delta place multiplied by delta time in 2 perpendicular dimensions. As a rotating plane represents stability on the 3rd perpendicular dimension z. TB represents the changing of direction on x and y plane. This plane of stability has angular speed w. So w multiplied by 2 multiplied by pi equal time and radius place r equals c divided on w. If we belong to the mass stability, we feel our position is at the center of simultaneity. The time become as a changing in direction only. Shifting the time for 1 second of our time, making the time place arc delay c, 300,000 kilometers. The synchronization line there is a line of the simultaneity plane connect the simultaneous different speeds start from c to stability. The emptiness speed ended to 0. So if we return to the world and we find its worlds on 3 planes, on 3 planes, 3 dimension x, y, z. So the direction is united. There is one direction in the cosmos of movement. One direction. Because if we have both, it will be face each other and stop. So the movement to continue must have one direction. And that command all the existence. We find it in rotating planets around the sun, and find it in atoms, and find it in the relation between the magnetic and electric fields, and so we find it everywhere, clockwise and anti-clockwise, depending on our north. Mm? Also in moments we have it. So it command everything. If we draw the worlds, it's difficult to draw it. So we represent it as a circle. But in reality, it's not only a plane. It's plane, world plane, and has its direction. This plane and its direction. So it is not in exactly in level. It's in three levels. So mm, we are moving to electromagnetic field. Mm? Now, in this existence, in this first level of existence, which called a emptiness, time and place exchanging by itself, we will discuss the fields, electromagnetic fields, which is changing on these values. What is changed? First of all, delta time, changing the time caused the magnetic field. It's like a momentum. So this plane, which is have conserved c tangent, if we try to change the time, we have to change the radius. So because to keep the c speed absolute, so deform the circle. The first circle, the place became deformed according to delta p, delta time. So p, which is delta time, make delta place in r. So it is additional velocity in the time as a directional movement. Time is a changing direction speed. Extra changing of direction decrease or increase the place r on a x-axis to conserve c. Delta place cannot change. C appears as extra time. C appears as extra time on it, but has less or more radius. Tangent delta B on TB ended by P. P now it's that changing of time without place, without a changing of the place. Trying to change the place but cannot. So we find it extra time on the existence, first existence. It is extra time. More time on that time place. More time. Wave of time only. So that is the magnetic field, P. It is extra time. Momentum. Momentum. No speed above or under c, because every existence starts from c. Tangent delta b action make delta t reaction equal p. Exchanging place by time ended to line of p, changing the direction as time cycle. So p, it's changing the direction only. So delta B on in Y appears as delta time on X. So delta B on Y appears and delta y on x, that's, and perpendicular delta b on z. So this is why we call it momentum, because it has a factor on the z. Now, every b have this. So it is angular wave. It's like of angular wave changing, angular speed changing. It is angular wave. It is not wave of liner. It is angular wave. That's new conception. It needs the new imagination. The angular speed waves. We explain it, draw the how. So additional speed on it, delta time or delta W, based on speed, not on stability. Front wave riding the radius of the first movement. It is possible also to write on it another waves on time or place. So we explain it. You can see it in the figure. So delta B end by P on the plane of xy axis squeeze the place of the system, so the additional liner speed on x ended at speed on z axis. From the center perpendicularly, this new speed taken by the times crucified another planes and described it in two opposite times, so it does not affect. Just the first time is seen as a magnetic field P, angular simple speed W without linear speed. So how it divided to two from x on z. The changing on xy appear as a place tangent speed on z, so it's not stable. Any speed is relative to its stability base. When it bases on another speed, it became momentum, not acceleration. So now we use the conception of momentum because it is not acceleration, it's momentum now. Acceleration based to stability. One place change twice by time. Expanding speed like electric field. So it has two directions, always trying to be smallest circle. In its centripetal momentum on the tangent speed, in its derived value, not magnitude, electric field is moment of the P plane. So the electric field is the moment of the P plane, always perpendicular to it. So E equal delta B, perpendicular and tangent. to continue.